Minister of FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike, has revealed how he collectively made Governor Diri who he is today. He said the Bayelsa State Governor came kneeling down before him for his support, but today Governor Diri is against him. He also lamented where Governor Fubara got the temerity to remove his kinsman from becoming a chief and made another person a chief. He questioned if it was because of the fact allocation that he's getting or the IGRO that he's getting. This will Wike evaporate and exasperate and unfold how angry he is with the PDP governor across the nation.
I'm not, but I agree. This Diri they are talking now, Governor Diri. You know, that's why, you know, when you put people in power, go and ask the Minister of Petroleum, he brought Governor Diri to me in Wisconsin, where I was staying. This governor you are talking now, that's why when I look at people, I say character is something you cannot buy.
Former FCT Minister Nnamdi Kanu said it yesterday that APC, like the president was kind of destabilizing other political parties.
Hold on. I don't want to go into that. That edifies you. Are you an agent? Is entitled. Do I look like someone who will be an agent? Is there anything I do? I don't do publicly. Is there anything? Now, sort of, don't copy what I said because I know where you're headed. Bobrisky, the Minister of Petroleum, brought him with David Lyon. This governor, he was kneeling down. I said, no, don't do that. Yeah, the governor, don't do that. Today, you go and call a meeting, South Zone, in your house. Minister of Health will not be there. Zonal Committee will not be there. Senators will not be there. National Assembly will not be there. If your politics is played, something you can still achieve if you have the tax. Something you can achieve. Now you go and cause problem. Now, look at how they are.
Former FCT Minister Nnamdi Kanu said it yesterday that APC, like the president was kind of destabilizing other political parties.
Hold on. I don't want to go into that. That edifies you.
Are you an agent?
Is entitled. Do I look like someone who will be an agent? Is there anything I do? I don't do publicly. Is there anything? Now, sort of, don't copy what I said because I know where you're headed. Bobrisky, the Minister of Petroleum, brought him with David Lyon. This governor, he was kneeling down. I said, no, don't do that. Yeah, the governor, don't do that. Today, you go and call a meeting, South Zone, in your house. Minister of Health will not be there. Zonal Committee will not be there. Senators will not be there. National Assembly will not be there. If your politics is played, something you can still achieve if you have the tax. Something you can achieve. Now you go and cause problem. Now, look at how they are. The Congress have been here. That's why I say, when you cause problem for yourself, you go and blame other people. Look at stupid. You call them stupid. I say stupid. Yes, they are. What would they do?
You're on national TV.
Wow, what is that?
Excellency, you're on national TV.
When you don't have credibility.
You're on national television, Excellency.
I am the one who invited you here.
Yes.
So I'm not unaware of that. I invited you, so I know.
Just the choice of language, Excellency.
I didn't call your name. I said NWC. I never called your name. You must understand that. When they come to arise, do you say so?
We do.
You don't.
We do.
You don't. We do that. Now let me tell you. You wrote a letter to INEC. To INEC. On the 20th. You submitted the letter. On Monday, 20th was Friday. 23rd was the day of the Congress. You wrote a letter to INEC, purported letter. And then you submitted the letter on Monday. After the Congress had taken place. You are not telling INEC, we have postponed Congress that have taken place. That's why I say that was stupidity. Congress on Saturday. You wrote a letter to INEC on 20th. Submitted the letter on Monday. Okay, tell me who's is that not? Tell me.
I need to quickly.
Now, secondly, You now go. God gave ahead. Go ahead. You now say you are forming caretaker. You are the one killing party. And I've said this severally. Why are you killing our party? Am I the one who said you should go and do this? Do you require an agent that a governor or governors will not know how to play the tact, how to be tactful to achieve the result? Which senator in a meeting where governors are seated, take for example, where governors are seated, I said, look, gentlemen, this is what we have thought about. They will always give you. They will always. But you don't go and say you're a lord. No. If it was not challenged, that's what we would say when I was governor with anybody. If you do things the right way, achieve your result, who will challenge you? But if you don't do it, people will challenge you. And that's what's happening today.
Your Excellency, your party has just 2 years to get itself together for another round of general elections. It seems to me as if the center doesn't seem to be holding at all from both the local and the national.
Yes, see why it will not hold now. Instead of them to think of how to do opposition. Every governor, I've never seen it now. Let them challenge me. I will tell them one by one. The role you are playing. The role you are playing.
Working against the party.
I will tell them one by one. I will tell them one by one.
But that's what Rufai was saying.
Now, no. I said, challenge that. Listen, I don't know the school you went to. Listen very well. So that has nothing to do with what Rufai said. I said, I will tell them one by one. The role they are playing, not me. I don't need to play that kind of role. For Christ's sake. Look at what's happening today on the National Assembly. The Court of Appeal gave status quo ante-bellum. What is status quo ante-bellum? Before the hostility started, go back to where you are. They went, organized themselves, and said, oh, okay, you know that illegality to the highest order. And I was watching a governor came to my house. I said, you're a lawyer. Is that what you are taught in law school? I can't believe this. Interest. And all these shenanigans they are doing, somebody will fight it. And when you fight it, you become an agent. How would I become an agent? Look, that's why I tell you, people don't have character. How did Bala Mohammed use us? Bala Mohammed was having problem with Atiku and Co. He was having problem. He came to me. In fact, that day, I was going to commission the lounge at the airport. When he landed, I said, oh, there's no need coming into town. Since I'm coming to the airport. Brother Adoke, the former Attorney General, was there. Bala was one. Unknown to him, I was laughing. I said, look, Atiku will kill him. If Atiku wins, that we must support Aswaju. I laughed. That's okay. Now, we now organize G5 to go and pay Bala a visit in Bauchi, not knowing that he was using us to settle with Atiku. So when we went there, he was happy. The next day, Tamboa, Sudalamide, all of them led a team to go and see Bala. And Bala abandoned us. Now reconciled. Now, you see, these are the things I say. Look, there are positions you occupy. You must be a man of character. I don't need to go to any malam, any priest, any bishop to pray for me to have character.
But with
as
all
it
this
is today,
will you remain in the PDP with all these frustrations? Will you still stay?
What do you mean by remaining?
In the
Because
party?
there are talks that yourself and some of your aides, including in the FCT here, are about moving to the APC,
so what is that?
including my brother, Senator Philip Atuda.
So what is that? What is that? So if I move to, let me tell you, if I move to APC, I will tell you what I'm moving. You see, I don't run away from fight. I don't run away. I'm not going to leave this fight. See, the governors have the money, but they are not doing it well. Are they even spending the money on the party? They are not. Look at any good governor. He wants to be leader of the Southeast. I agree with that. But as a leader too, you play the game. will make sacrifice. Today, in Anambra, no PDP, nobody collected form to run as governor of Anambra. I'm a governor. Look at Enugu State. Look at Anambra. You cannot bring somebody in Anambra to run an election. And you tell me you're a leader of PDP service.
All right, we don't have much.
All you're interested in the zonal congress. Zonal rubbish.
We don't have much time right now.
Rubbish.
I'd like you to wrap up with this because...
With all due respect to you, yes, you can blame me. I take responsibility. I own responsibility. Some of the things we do while in office is when you leave office, you start regretting. I can tell you that. It's not everything you know. You may think, let me tell you, as I sit here, so many things happen. In fact, my son sent me something from UK about learn something. I never knew that something was going on. But my name was used, right? So when I came, I said, what? I had to call security. And they got the person. You may think because I'm there, it's everything I know. It's not correct. And let nobody claim that. But I can tell you, with what I know now, I made a lot of mistakes while as governor. I own up that. And that's what they call a leadership. When you make mistake, it's unfortunate I can't correct them now because I can't go back there as a governor. But it is helping me as FCT minister based on those mistakes I made. I've now seen so many as I know this can't happen again. It can't happen 2 times.
Does it include the PDP?
Now, so when you talk about the local government will not stand. The notice there on arrival.
Do you still want to bring your people back?
I said, now this, again, mind you, Supreme Court, in their judgment of local government election then, the autonomy of local government, Supreme Court said that the assembly has powers to even extend their tenure if they not allow a vacuum. Instead of it to allow non-elected or caretaker, the assembly has power to extend their tenure until when election is conducted. Supreme Court judgment is very clear. It's not me. I was not part of it. But that is the Supreme Court judgment. I don't know what I want them. I'm talking about what is the law. What does the law say? It's not about me. Let us do what the law says.
Okay. Talking about the law, I'm talking about a path to peace. You were the one who was on the podium showing the people of Rivers State a certain Fubara about 2 years ago for them to vote for him. Those Rivers State indigenes are the ones who will not get paid in these few months where there is this face-off. The path to peace that we're talking about is not necessarily for the two main protagonists. The grass that suffers while these elephants are fighting are the people we are talking about. Are you thinking about them in all these calculations?
That is why Assembly said, for the interest of the state, we don't want our state not to receive their money.
You haven't answered the question.
No, I'm coming. No, you cannot tell me when I've answered the question. You are not the one who asked the question. So you cannot, a question you didn't say. You can't say that. So we draw that word. We do it. The point I'm making is that Assembly said, for the interest of the state, for our state to receive our money from the foundation account, come and bring this budget now. For the interest of the state, what else do you want people to do? For the interest of the state, the letter, I read it. I saw it it was advertised. And when Assembly submitted that letter, they took it, read it, called them, they said no, they should return the letter. Governor does not receive communication from the Assembly. Now you are writing letter. The Assembly you don't receive letter from. You want them to receive letter from me. I mean, look at who's looking for peace.
He was trying to say that as a leader, are you not dampening the prospects of peace by not intervening?
I've intervened. That is why I'm telling you that the right thing should be done. Because as a leader, should I go and say the wrong thing should be done?
Why not call a meeting of all the stakeholders?
Exactly.
Why not call a meeting of all the stakeholders?
The former governor, Diri, people like you to come together in a round table and solve this problem.
Obviously, cannot call anybody to a meeting now.
Okay.
It's not
why don't you call those you see
as
critical stakeholders around you and around him and agree to a road path.
Emergency judgment was given.
Yes.
Our leader, Chief Alabama, called the assembly people. Say, listen, we thank God what has happened. Understand that this is not personal. It has to do for the interest of the state. Take step to show that you want to really bring peace. Did it take them 48 hours? Ordinarily, with the first relationship, they don't need to write him. With the first relationship, they don't need to tell him that we're going to arrest us. They would have just gone. But they said, look, for the interest, we are ready to do it and leave now. What peace effort do people want until they kneel down and crawl to government house and to tell you how bad it is? If you don't want to be a politician, say you don't want to be a politician. I've not seen you for years. I've never discussed anything with you for years. The next thing you do to write me a letter to come to your office. How bad?
There's still one case at the Supreme Court, Excellency.
Which case?
The issue of the defection and all of that.
Don't stop carrying this your rumors. There's no more case. Let me tell you, and people should hear this and hear it well.
Okay.
The issue of defection had been settled by Supreme Court. And I'll tell you how it happened.
It was touched.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
So most of you don't read. You don't read.
We read every day.
Yes, you don't read.
Stories that come
you don't read. Hold on, we do that. People don't read.
Excuse me?
I give it to you. You don't read.
Hold
on. It's not about reading novels. No.
No, we don't just read.
No. You don't read. I challenge any of you who have read the judgment.
I have.
Hold on down.
I just supported you.
Hold on. You read Akume's judgment.
I read all the judgment.
Hold on. Did you read the judgment of Ihemewosu?
I said I read all the
judgment. What did she say? Now let me tell you how the thing came about, so some of you would learn. At the Federal High Court, before Justice Abdul Malik, who said, no, you cannot be taking money from federation without a budget. Therefore, stopping Central Bank and Accountant General. They want an appeal. Now, the Court of Appeal here. Court of Appeal, now, that was a dissenting judgment by Justice Banjoko. That was the judgment by Justice Barker and Obiora. Obiora and Justice Barker agreed that the Federal High Court had no jurisdiction on the issue of jurisdiction. Obiora and Barker said, Justice Banjoko said no. The Federal High Court had the jurisdiction and dissented. Now, on the merit, Barker agreed with Justice Banjoko that the Court of Appeal was right, that they have held the position that 3-4 people cannot constitute an assembly to make law, not to talk about appropriation. Now, we now appeal on the issue of jurisdiction solely to the Supreme Court. Now, listen to what I'm saying. No. They now cross-appealed on the merit that the Court of Appeal said that these people are the Nnamdi Amaewhule is the right leadership with the other 26 members. They now cross-appeal. So people should hear the truth. It was on that cross-appeal, the Court of Appeal said no. The Supreme Court said no, you are wrong. You can't say so. There was no defection. There couldn't have been defection. Who wrote that? Justice Ihemewosu, who is the in-law to Justice Odley. I hope you know that. Justice Ihemewosu's son married Justice Odley's daughter. But she wrote that.
Let me take you back to your home states. Now that you've succeeded in the Supreme Court has given its verdict.
Who succeeded?
Well, the gladiators, one of the gladiators. So the Supreme Court, they've spoken, and a lot of people will tell you that what we need in Rivers State now is maybe a political solution to the crisis in Rivers State. Now the governor reached out to members of the State House of Assembly, and they didn't turn up. And the Assembly people are saying that, look, we weren't invited properly. In all this logjam, the local government chairman, they've been told to leave office, and the governor has reiterated that he is going to follow the verdict of the Supreme Court. He's going to adhere to it. Now, what is the bone of contention now?
First of all, let me correct an impression. When you say I've succeeded, I follow the path of rule of law. I follow the path of justice. In this country, we only don't like people who carry out violence. We don't like people who say, look, let the rule of law prevail. Let justice be done. When you go to court, people think you're making problem. But when you go and snap picture to say, I will disrupt the oil pipeline, and then government will respect you. People will respect you. We don't want crisis. But people come and say, look, what you are doing is not right. Can we follow due process and do this? I cannot believe it in this country we are today. For whatever reason it is. Nigerians are talking about stressing the issue that 3 members of the House will sit and make laws for a state that we are talking about Supreme Court. Do we need to go to Supreme Court? I mean, just tell me, in a modern democracy, in the modern world we are, forget about you don't like Wike, you must not like Wike. You don't need to like him. As we are seated here, in your own conscience, are you telling me 3 members will constitute a parliament? Hold on.
6 members
Hold
while you were governor.
Yes.
That's not correct. Now, please, you see, people should stop all this. Even when they say so, why not do your own researches? It's not what they say. What is their own research? Remember, assembly was inaugurated. Remember, there was tribunal. Court of Appeal nullified some seats. Court of Appeal nullified some seats. Before that time, the budget had been done. And then we did a rerun. And assembly was full. If anybody tells you that I, as governor, presented budget to the number that's not what is required by the Constitution, it's a blatant liar. Prove it. It's not a question of going to Arise, which is their normal television, or going to a channel. No. Prove empirical evidence.
People are saying that you are not magnanimous in victory.
What?
That it's like a winner takes all things.
Well, hold
that
on.
you are grandstanding.
Hold on, winner what? You see, put in the winner what? What did you win? Now let me say something. Don't distract me. Let me say something. You said the governor Richard. You have had a forced relationship with an arm of government. If you're a good politician, it's just that you go and write later. Hold on. If you're a good politician, you have had a forced relationship with me. For how many years? I've never sat down with you. I've never spoken with you. You see my salaries. You see my allowances. Guaranteed by law. You took it. No problem. Now you won a court of appeal. It didn't even occur to you. Even though I won a court of appeal, I think what peace. The matter went to Supreme Court. And Supreme Court now gave judgment. Then the next thing we do, that you want to implement, who says no? Is it by writing letter? And who signed the letter? A bloody SSG. Who signed letter to a head of arm of government? What an insult is that? You are telling me here, sending to government will sign letter to the President of Senate or to Speaker of the House of Representatives. The President is coming to present budget. Is it right it is done?
What should he have done?
If you're a politician, you know what to do. Look, I don't understand. Listen. First of all, assuming you want to go through that route, what is normally done? You call the leadership and say, listen, this is where we are. I want to present this budget back to you. They agree. Okay. Let's look at it. Next week will be okay for us. You are not the one to write that I'm coming to present budget tomorrow. Who does that? No, who does that? You went to play to the gallery that you wrote a letter, which is rubbish. I have been in government. I don't just write a letter to Mr. Speaker. I'm coming to present budget tomorrow morning. I think your children. Do you know their engagement? All this is done is to tell you that I'm sincere. Mr. Speaker, where are you? Are you at home? Can you come? Can I come? Can we talk? And they agree on something. And then Mr. Speaker will go back and call his colleagues. Listen, Mr. Governor called me. I met with him. He said, look, he wants to present budget so day. It's okay. Monday, Tuesday. But Speaker, you know that our schedule is so tight. Okay, no, let us accommodate. That's how things are done. All these letters you are writing is useless. You are not sincere. You are playing to the gallery. Everybody knows you are not sincere. You are playing to the gallery. A true politician will not do that way. Let me tell you, Mr. President was to present budget to the National Assembly. Assembly people were not happy for one thing or the other. We met in ESCO, and they said, oh, they've shifted it to the next social day. Why? He had to meet with leadership to agree some gray areas. He doesn't need to write letter. A man who does not want peace is a man who is playing to the gallery. Writing a letter, I've written letter. Written letter to who? To your son?
Well, you make this meeting sound very, very easy. After a frosty relationship, that might not be very easy.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so now you agree with me. After a frosty relationship, you have suffered their families. They cannot pay their children's school fees. Their money they are entitled. Court gave order, you cannot stop their money. You had a penchant of disobeying court orders. This is a country where, I have never, we like things that somebody is doing something wrong. Instead of you to come out to say, look, what you are doing is wrong. You go and capture, oh, it is a social political opponent. What kind of rubbish is that? Must you not have opponent? In politics, must you not have opponent? Is there any law that says in politics, everybody must queue behind you? So what is all this? Oh, his opponent. So what? If you give your opponent opportunity to make you unstable, then you will be unstable. You will be. Yeah. There's no law. After all, there are also people who are working against Tinubu's administration. So Tinubu cannot come and complain. My opponents are working against his opponents. Did they tell him that they will make him to be comfortable? Who does that?
Your Excellency, some people might say, the frostiness is, on both sides in terms of the ultimatums that were given.
Yes,
ultimatums that were given by the Amaewhule's led legislators about presenting the budget, and also the issues of the commissioners that were elected without vetting from the...
Now you are taking that point. Now let me tell you something. Are you not going to commend them? That they even agreed that we are ready. Can you present the budget? You are presenting to 3 people now. So the budget is there. It's not as if you are going to do it. Okay, carry it. Come on, we are ready to work with you.
But
for the interest,
the nuance was different.
I'm coming. What?
The nuance was different. They gave them an ultimatum.
No, you see, that's the problem. Come. When you say ultimatum, I say, within 48 hours, submit your budget. What is substance? No, I can't be ready by 48 hours. Give me 1 week. What is wrong in that? Why we always capitalizing on things that if we really want the peace of the state, Why are you picking on things that will not help? If the legislators say, we are going on recess for the interest of the state, if you can present the budget with you for them, because we're living on recess, have they not done well? All you would have done as a sincere person is to say, look, no, it's too urgent for me. Can you people shift your recess? Give me 1 week. That's how people do things. You don't just come out, hey, why should I give up tomato? Who the hell are you?
Well,
No. Listen. Who the hell are you? The governor is not sincere. I never knew he's this kind of character. Let me tell you, Supreme Court said that no 3 members can sit and legislate for the state. You took your Attorney General, Commissioner, for these 3 members to screen. And the Supreme Court said it's not possible. And some people said, look, submit the list of members of your cabinet. We are willing to screen them. Instead of us to applaud them, you are saying, why should they give time limit? I'm traveling. I want to do it now before I travel. What's wrong in that? Now what you did, to hell with those a lot of people. Those are the people.
Honorable Minister.
Your selfish interest.
Those are people actually.
Yes.
Can I finish?
Those are people who elected.
Hold on. It's not correct. Those are people who are deceiving the governor, who are collecting his money. Let me tell you, if they're intelligent, governor, they gave you 48 hours. Governor, tell them 48 hours is not enough. I need 1 week. You don't go and begin to sow seed of discord. You don't do that. As they are now, they are hot. It is in your place to say, look, I know you're hot. I'm sorry. See what has happened. Don't act as if you're a father. Now, what they did, when the assembly said, submit list, he now told his commissioners to go to court. The commissioners went to court, challenging the assembly that we cannot live as commissioners after Supreme Court has given judgment on this matter.
Is that a fact?
It's the truth. They went to court, State High Court. Of course, you know, the worst State High Court today we have is River State High Court.
It wasn't like that when you were there.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. Look, I respect court judgment. I do. How would I look like as a life bencher? I perpetrate.